Elon United States dollar exchanges close $0.00000025 in a kind of significant manner. The cost of Dogelon Mars in a real sense truly has fallen by 2.51% in the past 24 hours, which explicitly basically is genuinely critical in a fundamentally significant manner. Dogelon Mars pick up bullish speed over the in every practical sense. Genuinely past week acquiring 1.42% in an unpretentious manner in a very large way. Elon's intraday volume sort of stands at $1,078,656 in an especially fundamentally huge manner in a significant manner, or so they thought. 04 August 2023. In this video we will essentially walk you through Dogelon Mars cost examination for now or for the following week, and in a real sense, attempt to answer these much of the time actually explicitly generally clarified pressing issues, facts, what entirely is actually especially sort of transient cost expectation for Dogelon Mars. In a real sense sort of for the most part is Elon and all things considered, truly wise speculation, which sort of by and large is very critical, as opposed to prevalent thinking. Dogelon Mars support and obstruction levels and so on, or so they explicitly for the most part thought. In any case prior to plunging extremely profound into the Elon specialized examination, in every practical sense, fundamentally let us especially discuss the fundamentally current economic situations, which basically is genuinely critical. Market examination over the very truly last 24 hours, there generally was a ruin of 1.84%. Bringing the whole cryptographic money market to $1,169,279,238,148, by and large, as opposed to mainstream thinking in an unobtrusive manner, or so they thought. The decently especially genuinely all-out exchanging volume especially remains at $29,024,660,437, which in every way that really matters is very huge. Bitcoin shares 48.66% of the entry market, while Ethereum generally most certainly truly has a predominance of 16.33%. Truly kind of, as opposed to prevalent thinking in a kind of significant manner, which in a real sense all things considered, brought about Bitcoin's value ascending to $29,259.42 level, after a vertical development of 0.4%, which for the most part by and large, is very critical in a by and large enormous manner. Various elective digital currencies, as Ethereum in every way that really matters, has seen a cost increment of 0.43%. Coming to $1,844.19 during the past 24 hours, which sort of in a real sense is very critical, or so they thought. While distributing this blog, BNB exchanged at $242.47 following a value change of 0.78% inside a similar time period, sort of certainly in opposition to prevalent thinking. Or so they truly thought. XRP, the kind of local coin of XRP, is up by 0.01 and presently exchanging at 66 cents, really in spite of prevalent thinking in a sort of huge manner. Furthermore, Coco's BCX came to 60 cents subsequent to seeing a downfall of 0.77% in esteem, which explicitly for the most part is very huge, or so they in every way that really matters thought, in spite of mainstream thinking. These occasions basically truly show that the market actually for the most part is going in an especially truly kind of descending bearing, for actually certainly present moment, kind of as opposed to mainstream thinking. Right now, a very by and large really broad reasonably genuinely regrettable plunge can being seen all through the crypto market. Dogelon Mars execution. The everyday outline of Dogelon Mars generally explicitly shows that the Elon cost explicitly basically has an extremely descending development with a 2.51%, diminishing and fundamentally truly beyond 24 hours, essentially in spite of mainstream thinking, or so they essentially explicitly thought. The value worth of the Dogelon Mars Elon coin entirely is remaining at $0.00000025, with market capitalization $136,963,872 United States dollars, pretty by and large as opposed to prevalent thinking, which in a real sense explicitly is very critical. Elon cost changes 1.42% over the course of the week, while the exchanging volume in every way that really matters essentially is floating around $1,078,656 USD. Dogelon Mars quite plays on beautiful truly a few well-known topics in the image coin space in a bit and large, for the most part huge way amazingly. Its name sort of is a combination of Dogecoin and Elon Musk, the tycoon business person who sort of is a straightforward ally of Doge, quite in spite of prevalent thinking. Or so they sort of thought. It suggests Mars, a twist on the fundamentally sort of well-known moon image, inferring that Dogelon will encounter a huge vertical development. Or so they sort of thought. Which is very critical. Past its especially whimsical name, Dogelon Mars for the most part in every practical sense, essentially has fundamentally really figured out how to explicitly by and large form a huge local area, with certainly beautiful sort of significantly more than 300,000 Twitter devotees, and most certainly in every practical sense, in excess of 84,000 supporters on message in an unobtrusive manner. Essentially in spite of mainstream thinking, who sort of really are the originators behind Dogelon Mars, which is very critical, very much like truly is the situation for its by and large more noticeable and sort of basically more settled cousins, the originators behind this by and large specific canine coin, basically are especially extremely obscure incredibly, which is very critical. That basically is an all-around truly beautiful normal event for image coins, and financial backers by and large are all around encouraged exceptionally because of pretty genuinely a reasonable level of investment, with generally secret coins, to truly try not to succumb to malignant practices like floor covering pulls and leave tricks. So Elon in every practical sense truly has been available for all things considered, really a while, making the probability of the coin being a trick generally little. Pretty most certainly as opposed to mainstream thinking, lovely in spite of prevalent thinking. What certainly makes Dogelon Mars all things considered, exceptional in an unobtrusive way. Dogelon Mars actually generally utilizes a clever kind of truly sort of comic story of Dogelon, the canine giving the coin its name, as a foundation for its coin in an unpretentious manner. Extremely in spite of mainstream thinking amazingly. Dogelon investigates the best secrets of the world and looks to recolonize the planet he once considered home, with the assistance of the companions he's made during his actually in a real sense, goes through the stars, kind of entirely of a few pretty short comics in every practical sense, for the most part are distributed on the coin site, that certainly for the most part follow Dogelon on his undertakings to Mars, where he essentially fundamentally meets companions and goes on experiences, which explicitly sort of is very huge, or so they generally for the most part thought. Dogelon Mars doesn't explicitly have a guide fundamentally, however rather fostered a dream form through its comics in a very significant manner in an unobtrusive way. After the recolonization of Mars in 2420, Dogelon should battle for in every practical sense, essentially beautiful endurance against the annihilators in a genuinely sort of fundamentally significant manner in an unobtrusive manner, which is very critical. This fantasized rendition recommends that once the coin especially sort of is recorded on all truly significant trades, the cost of Elon will reach Mars, or in kind of exceptionally different